Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something a little controversial, so buckle up. Before we get started, just a small disclaimer, I'm not here to hate, I'm here to talk facts and have a real conversation. Now, today's video is all about Cardi B and why she's honestly not the role model a lot of young women might think she is. From her choices in relationships to the examples she's setting, we're gonna break it down. We'll be looking at some TikToks that show why she really needs to take accountability for her actions, especially with men like Offset and Stefan Diggs, both guys who had their own mess before she got involved. Let's get into it.
And it's like, I always love my skin complexion, that I noticed that the Russian and the white girls was making more money than colored girls or a girl like me. And it started making me feel like, I wonder how it would be if I was to make more money if I was light skinned. But then it's like, I definitely don't want to be more lighter than this color. Like, I love my color. If anything, sometimes I want to look even darker. But it just make you feel, sometimes it make you feel like, damn, you're not even good enough. And then what you want to like, but don't ever feel like somebody is better than somebody else. Like, don't ever be like, oh, like, for example, if a guy was to say, like, I don't like black girls because those are not my preference. Okay, but don't ever make it seem like I don't like black girls because I think light-skinned girls look better. Don't ever be on some like somebody look better than somebody else because of a skin complexion.
Well, but isn't that what you're saying though? If you're saying I fuck with a certain type of person because that's my preference,
but
you're
that's
saying that person looks better to me.
But it's not because it looks better. Cause don't make it seem like, oh, you're not like, a lot of people be like, I like an exotic girl, I like a foreign girl. So it's like, what you trying to say? Because that's like me saying I don't think light skinned men are not exotic and foreign. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just like what I like. I'm never gonna make a light skinned man feel like they less than a dark skinned guy because it's what I like.
Yeah.
I will never make them feel like they less beautiful than what I like.
Yeah.
Don't make nobody feel like they
So I noticed that like in your music and in your conversation, you use the N-word a lot.
Yeah.
And this is like one of the most loaded words. I mean, I would say this is the most loaded word in the English language. I remember at one point there was a whole thing where Jennifer Lopez used it in one of her verses. I think Ja Rule wrote.
It's something that like is like a lingo. Like, even if I want to stop saying it, I really can't stop saying it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it seems like it's something that is so normal, which is bad, but like it is what it is. And if it comes to the fact that she's Latina, like, my parents, my father's side, we're Spanish, we're Hispanic and everything. But it's like, where do them Spanish people came from? Where them Latina people came from? They mixed people, we mix with African, European, mulattic and everything. And it's just like, what am I considered? And at the end of the day, like, Latinos and Hispanic, they are considered a minority. Like, you think white folks see Hispanic and black people like, oh yeah, they're Hispanic, they're black. No, we are all considered the same to them. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. But you don't date Spanish guys at all?
No.
Do you have any idea why?
I guess I like, first, I like dark complexion. And it seemed like every dark guy that I ever like, they're African American or Jamaican. I don't even like people I think that like is my race, just because I like to date people that are different from me. Like, I like to date people that are not like me. I I like their culture. I already know my culture. So I want something new to me.
Would you consider yourself African American?
I consider myself Afro-Caribbean.
Well, Cardi B is not a black woman.
She's not. But she still gives the aesthetic of a black woman. Society still views Cardi B as ghetto. And ghetto is synonymous with who? Black women.
Okay.
So even though she's not black, she's still grouped in with black women. So black women still take the hit for the ghetto shit that Cardi B does.
Black women, what happened to y'all? What happened to your self-love, self-worth, self-value, self-respect, morals, ethics, class, dignity? What happened to y'all? What the happened to y'all?
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefan Diggs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful.
Look, I don't care if she dropped an album or a coloring book. The biggest story is what her whole career represents. Cardi ain't just a rapper. She's the perfect example of how this culture rewards the worst behavior. Think about it. 7 years gone, and the buzz ain't about the music.
Halfway.
It's about who she pregnant by, who she beefing with, what drama she dragged into court.
Embarrassing.
That's what gets pushed front page. And the sad part? The industry loves it like this because chaos sells faster than character. You can be sloppy with your art, sloppy with your relationships, sloppy with your whole image. But as long as it's messy enough, the blogs eat it up, the labels get their clicks, and fans clap like seals. Yes, queen, you ate.
Wait, what?
Ate what? This ain't a meal, this a circus.
So apparently Cardi B's first week sales are out, and the album is #1 on Billboard, which I gotta say, I already knew that was gonna happen. Not because the music is good or she makes, she's a good rapper, but because she's Cardi B. she's Cardi B at the end of the day. And on top of that, didn't nobody drop a fuck ass thing, so that helps. But do I think the album is a flop? No. 200K is not a flop. Do I think that's good for the lady that y'all trying to say is the quote unquote new queen of rap who topped Nicki Minaj? Absolutely not. Y'all was saying 500K. This is far from 500K. But I think the most of us with actual knowledge about the music industry knew Cardi B was never, ever, ever gonna touch 500K. Maybe one day, not today. Even still, like 200K is not bad. I think her pure sales was weak as hell. I mean, 88 pure sales? How where your fans at? The album was listed at $499 and you couldn't do 100K pure sales at $499? In my opinion, you really didn't even do 88,000 units, because when we do 88,000 units for other artists, they selling their albums at $10.99 and $11.99. So your 88,000 and other people 88,000 is not the same. Let's be clear about that. Then there's the 110,000 stream units, SEA sales, right? That's stream equivalent albums. And I'm always, side-eyeing that because we all know Payola B. But we don't really know if that's organic either. But 200K is still not a flop to me. She's still the second best-selling female rapper. You know what I mean? Like, she's still right under Nicki. Meg only did 70,000. Glorilla only did 70,000. Ice Spice, Lotto, Sexy Red only did 25,000. So I'm gonna have to give her that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to give her that. I can't just...
Here's the part that really cooked me, bruh. The industry don't just tolerate chaos, it rewards it. Look at Cardi. Her biggest promo move wasn't dropping a fire single. It was turning courtroom pictures into merch. She got sued, turned into a meme, and then sold y'all a court edition CD. Court edition. That's not music, that's WWE. And peep the cycle. Beef with Offset, rebound with Stefan Diggs, clapbacks on Twitter, disses at JT and Uzi. All of that noise is what pushes her album. Not bars, not artistry. The drama is the rollout.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
But here's the scary part. This ain't just Cardi. This is the whole playbook now. You see Blueface and Krishan? Same circus. You see Kanye wilding with dumb records that sound good but say nothing? Same circus. It's the chaos economy, fam. The more you embarrass yourself, the more streams you get. The more toxic your life, the more followers you gain. The culture done flipped it, so dysfunction is the marketing plan. And the wildest thing? Y'all act surprised when the next generation copies it. Bruh, what else they supposed to do? When the bag only come with beef and baby daddy drama, guess what the young ones gonna chase? Now let's really talk about the love life circus, cause that's half her brand. Cardi been married to Offset for years. Filed for divorce, stayed, broke up, got back, broke up again. Bruh, it's like watching a soap opera with auto-tune. And now, still legally married, but pregnant with Stefan Diggs' baby. Offset beefing online, Stefan beefing in the tabloids, models coming out the woodwork saying they got Diggs babies too.
I don't like where this is going.
You can't make this up, man. This ain't love. This Jerry Springer with a billboard budget. But here's what's crazy. Instead of people calling this toxic, they clap for it.
Is that right?
She independent. She a queen. She living her life. Nah, she living a mess. And the industry sells it back to y'all like empowerment. Bruh, if your sister was doing this, still married, carrying another man's baby, dragging the drama online,
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
you'd be stressed out every Sunday dinner. But when Cardi do it, suddenly it's goals. And this ain't just her. Look at Blueface and Krishan Rock. Look at Summer Walker's baby daddy drama. Toxic love gets treated like primetime TV, while stable families get no shine. So the question is, are we really praising love, or are we addicted to watching train wrecks?
That's a good question.
Because right now, it feels like Dysfunction is the new romance novel.
Why would you have a baby by a man as a fun girl? Why would you have a baby by a man who was just lusting you, effing you? Why would you have a baby by a man who currently, allegedly, have, 2, 3 kids on the way? Why would you have a baby by a man and your divorce is not even final? Why would you have a baby by a man who is not going to be with you? And I stand firmly on that. I repeat, why would you have a baby by a man who was just effing you? Because he see you as a freak fun girl. I don't care how many photo ops that are out here. You are seen as a fun girl by that man. Why would you have a baby under those types of circumstances?
Emotional, damn it.
And I already know what some of y'all gonna type in the comments. Why you always talking down on black women? Why you hating on your own people? Bruh, stop it. First off, I ain't hating on nobody. What I am hating on is chaos being sold as culture. If you wouldn't want your daughter moving like this, don't tell me it's queen behavior just because a celebrity do it. And second, let's not act like white celebs don't get cooked too. I flamed Britney, I flamed Kim, I flamed Miley, all of them. Mess is mess, period. This ain't about skin, it's about standards. Me speaking on this ain't betrayal, it's protection. As a black man, I got every right to call out what the culture is pushing on our little sisters. If the blueprint we hand them is toxic love, court drama, and clout chasing, then we failed them. And funny enough, a lot of black women agree. Plenty of sisters are already saying, yo, this ain't it. They don't want their daughters copying Cardi either. So nah, this ain't me against black women. This me standing with the ones that see the BS for what it is. See, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying black women don't got role models. I'm saying the industry don't push the right ones. They'd rather crown dysfunction than celebrate stability. But look closer, bruh. The blueprints are right in front of us. Angela Bassett, married to Courtney B. Vance for almost 3 decades. That's black excellence. No scandals needed. Viola Davis, been with Julius Tennant over 20 years, raising their daughter, running businesses, staying powerful and grounded. Michelle Obama, y'all already know, married to Barack since '92, showing grace, intelligence, and strength through every chapter. And in music, Kelly Rowland and Tim Weatherspoon, low-key, classy, raising their boys with love. Tamia and Grant Hill, married since the 90s, still strong, still family first. Sierra and Russell Wilson, say what you want, but they flipped her story into stability, marriage, and kids in a healthy home. Issa Rae kept her love life private, then married Louis Diame with dignity, no circus. These are the queens our little sisters need to see. Black women who built with black men.
Oh my God! Wow!
Kept their respect intact and proved you don't need chaos to shine. But here's the catch. The industry don't push them, because peace don't go viral. Stability don't trend. Drama sells quicker. So dysfunction gets crowned. And that's exactly why I gotta shine the light here. So the next generation knows real black love still exists. Dignity still exists. And it deserves the same spotlight the circus gets. Here's the truth, fam. Cardi ain't the disease. She's the symptom. The real sickness is the culture that crowns chaos like it's royalty. Think about it. You could be a black woman out here disciplined, building with your husband, raising kids right, creating art, running businesses. And nobody gonna post you on the Shade Room.
I've never seen it.
But let you start wilding in public, beefing online, switching partners every 6 months, fighting on live. Suddenly you trending. Suddenly you a queen. Suddenly it's empowerment. That's the blueprint the industry feeds us now. Clout over character. Algorithms don't care if it's toxic. They just care if it's loud. Labels don't care if you growing.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
They just care if you messy enough to keep eyes glued. And if we don't call it out, guess what? The next generation gonna copy it. They gonna think dysfunction is the norm. They gonna believe chaos is the price of success. But nah, bruh. We better than that.
I want you to get better.
We got real role models. We got real blueprints. And the only reason they not shining as bright is because peace don't pay as fast as drama. But mark my words, chaos might get you clicks today, but character gonna outlast all of it tomorrow. And if we don't teach that to our little sisters and daughters now, then the whole culture gonna stay stuck in reruns of the same broken script. Now hold up, let me keep it balanced here. This ain't all on Cardi. Offset been clowning since day one. The man bragged about cheating in his own bars.
Stupid.
Like destroying your marriage is some type of flex. Bruh, that's not power, that's pathetic. And Stephon Diggs, this man out here playing baby daddy roulette. 2 women claiming he got him pregnant at the same time, and instead of owning it, he just keeps moving reckless. That's not leadership, that's lust with a jersey on. And that's where I gotta call us black men out too, cause we acting like we don't respect ourselves or our women. We chasing instant pleasure like it's the championship trophy. But here's the truth, karma is undefeated. You treat women like disposable toys, don't cry when your daughters and sisters get treated the same way.
So who? The baby boomers? Who is that? You. Oh, my personal life? Yeah. I told you about that. We won't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Any celebrations that we'll see in the...
We'll see.
Do you see me laughing, my nigga? Why are y'all so okay with embracing baby mama culture? Having fatherless kids. Having a baby from a man you haven't even been with the whole year. This man say to you, let me heal you. And you say he makes me feel safe. And you believe that?
Ah, you're teasing me. Naughty, naughty.
Girl, that man do not want you. And I stand firmly on that.
And even if karma didn't swing back, how do you really win in life if you're weak mentally? If you can't control your urges? That ain't strength, bro. That's slavery to your lower self.
Stupid.
Men out here thinking they players.
Stupid.
But they really puppets.
Stupid.
Controlled by lust.
Stupid.
Running in circles.
Stupid.
Never building nothing real.
Stupid.
So when I call Cardi the blueprint of what's broken, I ain't letting the dudes off the hook either. Offset, Diggs, all these clout chasing weak-minded men, they feed in the same circus. And if we as black men don't raise our standards, then we just as guilty of selling dysfunction to the next generation. And let's not forget the audience in this mess. Cardi only stays relevant because y'all keep rewarding the circus. Every time she beef with Offset, the blogs run it up. Every time she clap back on Twitter, it trends for a week. Every messy IG live.
I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that nigga in this home. So that's what you gotta do. So you out here trying to hurt my feelings because you think the next... I don't give a I don't give a because them hoes ain't good enough that I be having you crashing out. You're lame to me, and you will never equate to me. And it's crazy that I even let you even play with me for such a long time, because you're not even a real right nigga for me. I make you look good, nigga.
Every court appearance, every love triangle, y'all share it, meme it, comment it, like it's the damn Super Bowl. Meanwhile, when she actually drops a record, crickets. Folks ain't talking about lyrics.
I've never seen it.
About production.
I've never seen it.
About growth.
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as in my opinion. I mean, and you know what though? That's typically how the bullshit goes, you feel me?
Nah, they talking about baby daddies, subliminals, and who threw shade. And that's the sad truth. The fans are addicted to the drama. Y'all claim you hate the toxicity, but the numbers say otherwise. You pay for dysfunction every time you stream the mess, every time you repost the chaos. Bruh, the algorithm is simple. It feeds you what you click. So if the culture looks toxic, it's because that's what y'all demand. Y'all created the market where peace don't trend and chaos gets crowned. So don't just ask why Cardi moves like this. Ask why you love it so much. Why is discipline boring to you? Why does stability not get clicks? Until fans stop paying for the circus, don't be shocked when the whole culture keeps running in circles. And don't think the industry's hands are clean either. The machine behind Cardi knows exactly what it's doing. Labels learned a long time ago scandals stream better than singles. Court cases go viral faster than verses. A pregnancy reveal generates more buzz than a freestyle. That's why Cardi's rollout leaned harder on courtroom memes and baby daddy drama than actual music. Y'all thought it was just random timing? Nah, that's marketing. Her chaos got packaged, branded, and sold back to you like a mixtape. And the algorithms, they ain't innocent either. Outrage keeps you scrolling longer than inspiration. So when Angela Bassett wins an award, it trends for a day. But when Cardi throws shade, it trends for a week. Stability doesn't pay as fast, so stability don't get promoted. And that's the real danger. We think it's just celebrities wilding, but really it's the puppet masters behind the curtain pulling the strings. Cardi ain't just Cardi. She's the perfect product. Messy enough to stay viral. Marketable enough to keep sponsors. Loud enough to keep blogs fed. So at the end of the day, is Cardi the real problem? Or is she just a reflection of what the industry wants from all of us? Because if chaos makes the most money, guess what blueprint they're gonna keep shoving in our faces? Now look, this ain't about hating on Cardi just for the clicks. It's bigger than her. She's just the loudest example of a culture that celebrates dysfunction over discipline, drama over dignity. When I scroll the comments, I already know what some of y'all gonna say. Panda, why you always dragging black women? Why you always talking down on your own?
Shut the fuck up. Back the fuck up. I knock the fuck at you. Hey.
But let's get this straight. I ain't dragging my people. I'm trying to save us from clown behavior that's being sold as culture. See, loving your people don't mean ignoring the poison. It means calling it out before it kills us. It means saying, nah, this ain't the example we leaving for our daughters, you feel me? Because when the blueprint becomes strip clubs, toxic marriages, and baby daddy roulette, what happens when the next generation copies it? We not just losing music, bruh. We losing a blueprint for family, for respect, for stability. And fellas, I ain't letting us slide either. Offset, Diggs, all these dudes out here wilding. How you gonna talk about being kings when you can't even respect yourself? How you gonna build a kingdom when you chasing lust like a teenager with no self-control? You ain't winning. You think you winning, but you ain't. Because the truth is, you can buy cars, you can buy chains, you can smash 100 women. But if your mind weak, you already lost. Karma don't play favorites. The same disrespect you dish out will spin right back on your sisters, your daughters, your bloodline. That's just law. And fans, yeah, you too. Don't act brand new. Y'all cry about how toxic everything is, but you the same ones feeding the machine. Every click, every repost, every share of the mess is fuel. If the circus keeps running, it's because you keep buying tickets. So what do? We stop normalizing the chaos. We stop praising the dysfunction. We start showing love to the women who carry themselves with class, the men who move with discipline, the artists who create without selling their souls.
Oh my.
Because at the end of the day, the real power move ain't clout, it's character. The real flex ain't scandal, it's stability. And the real revolution, raising a generation that don't need validation from the circus at all. So yeah, Cardi might be the drama, but the bigger drama is what we let this culture turn into. And until we face that, the blueprint stays broken. I'll leave y'all with this. What legacy do you really want to pass down? A life of cheap thrills and chaos, or a future of respect, peace, and strength? Think on that. And if you vibe with this breakdown, hit that like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and check the video popping up right here on your screen. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.
I just got to speak on this. Like, this Cardi B and Stephon Diggs situation is exactly what I be talking about. Like, y'all be expecting men to be anything outside of what he already showed you who he was. He literally, you seen how he dated before he got with you. You seen how he had multiple women before you dated him. You seen that he had multiple women pregnant at the same time, including you. He had multiple women pregnant at the same time as you. And then you expect him to be anything outside of who he's always been, or you expect for him to be anything outside of what he's already shown you. Like, women need to take accountability. This man showed you who he was. He didn't hide it. He didn't hide who he was. You still chose him after knowing how he moved and knowing how he showed up and knowing how he dealt with women. And you still decided to not only deal with him, but you still decided to have a baby with him. Like, no heat, no judgment. I'm not judging nobody. I promise you I'm not. And this just doesn't apply to Cardi B. A lot of us women are like that. We expect, or we think that for some miraculous reason that we're gonna change a man and he's gonna do us differently than he do everybody else, or he gonna treat us differently than he do everybody else. That's the problem. Like, he showed you who he was. You still decided and made a conscious choice to still deal with him. And now you mad at him for being who he's always been. I don't get it. Like, it's just so annoying to me. Then the women in the comments like, oh, he fumbled her, or she walked away, or she this, and he ain't shit. Like, come on, bro. Y'all always so ready to bash men, but y'all don't got no accountability. Literally. Like, half of y'all hate y'all baby daddies, or hate the men that you sleep in the bed next to. But you chose him even after he showed you who he was, but you still blaming him for being who he has always been. That's delusional. That's delusional. I'm sorry. Somebody got to tell y'all, because it's a lot of birds. It's a lot of brains. It's a lot of birds for brains. Like, right now, I'm just being honest. Like, we need to learn how to take accountability and make and understand that we choose the men that we have kids with. We choose the men that we open up our legs to. And 9 times out of 10, a man has already showed you multiple times who he was and how he moved before you open your legs to him, and let alone before you have a baby with him. But for some reason, we still choose to do it and then blame him for being who he is. Delusional. No.
I figured out why y'all really like Cardi B. Aside from her artistry, which I don't listen to that type of stuff, so I couldn't make an opinion on that. But I was reading some comments, and I noticed a trend in the comments whenever y'all are referring to Cardi B. Y'all always say the same thing. She's so real. She's so relatable. Real life. Blase squaze. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all better not be out here relating to Cardi B because you're following in her footsteps. Cardi B got a chef, nanny, chauffeur. She has money to cover her mistakes or help soften the blow of her mistakes. But at the end of the day, yes, you live and you learn. But in your 30s, you are not supposed to be making the same mistakes you made in your 20s. In your 30s, you're not supposed to be making mistakes at all when it comes to men, especially if you have a baby daddy. You should have already leveled up, already learned. I don't want this type of guy, this type of guy to look out for. Oh no, here's a red flag. Listen to the red flags. But because y'all want to go jump in these situationships, then blame the man. Oh, Cardi B is relatable. No, you have to take accountability. I don't know any decent woman on earth that wants to be baby mama number 4, 5, 6, 7. No. There is nothing cute about that. Nothing cute about that. Don't let these men, don't let yourself, because if you're in your 30s, you should know better. Don't let yourself give into them red flags. It ain't worth it in the end.
Y'all gonna get mad at me because I seen the video on my timeline. It wasn't the other day. It was a little while back. But I remember Cardi B was yelling out, I don't know why these bitches keep thinking I'm a role model for their kids. Why the fuck would you have your kids watching me? I ain't no motherfucking role model. I'm so tired of bitches coming at me like they kids listening to my music. Why the fuck would you have your... Will you have a daughter? Are you a role model for your own daughter? You right, you're not a role model. You're just a model, a floor model. Because you damn sure ain't. And I'm glad you said it yourself. Y'all, it's hard for me to argue with women about a woman that is all over the tabloids. Like every single other video on here is everybody's opinion of what you forced us to take in about your life. Nobody asked for this. We didn't need to know that. Ever since Stefan has not been with her, you haven't seen Stefan's private life. Now, I seen a screenshot of him minding his business with his bad bitch and his baby, beautiful baby. Like, I seen that, but he's not posting every time they move, when they get up, what they doing. I mean, that was her trying to get us to see that she had him. I don't even think he wanted nobody to know he was fucking with her. I mean, granted, he took the publicity for what it was, because I didn't even know who he was before she threw him out there, before she put him all over the place and trying to let the world know and selling a dream. We used to call that lying to kick it, right? It's when a situation has some similarities to it, but you blow it out of proportion and make it more than what it is. How the fuck did you get anything about Super Bowl, buy a suite, and he gonna marry you? Where in your motherfucking smoking cannabis ass head, drinking Don Julio, did you come up with that? You came up with it by yourself, because wasn't nobody else there agreed with that. If the man had already gave his woman the badge and told her you coming, but he didn't have to tell her, that was a known fact, right? That's his girlfriend. Not only are you coming, I'm going to walk out there and I'm going to let you know I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. I love you. I love my baby. I'm going to knock a bitch down trying to get to you to let you know it's you I see. How the fuck did you get that and go rent a suite for $1.2 million? Oh, you was giving him an option. You were giving him an option. Which one did he pick? I just asked. I don't know which one he picked. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I'm not into all that. I didn't want to see all the drama. I was working. Which one did he pick? Did he go to the suite? Or did he go bring the bitch and enjoy her? And whatever the game was, it was. It's just that, a game. It's fun. It's over. It is what it is. But it's going back to your normal life. That's the motherfucker. That's the one. He went back well. So now I'm trying to see, maybe that's why I didn't know he was, because he's not a man that have his business out there every fucking step of the moment. That was her putting that shit out there. I remember, I think it was his birthday. They had these matching outfits on and all these poses and pictures. I don't know who the fuck she had taking the pictures on the low. He didn't even look like he knew the pictures were being took. I'm sure she bought those outfits. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm just saying, there isn't nothing that I said, spoke of, introduced that was not put on my timeline. At some point, when every time you look up, it's this bitch and him, and they doing this, and you see her in the house, and then you see her at the game, and she on the thing, and he rubbing the baby in her stomach that he didn't want to rub. I mean, when you're forced, then you say, fuck it. Let me go and watch this bitch. You don't want me to watch it, because I'm going to critique the shit out of this shit, because just from the little bit I'm forced to watch, I'm scratching my motherfucking head. Bitch, what is you doing? That ain't even the kind of nigga that will fuck with you. What? You didn't really think y'all gonna be in a family van with all your motherfucking kids by another nigga that's out there living the life that the nigga you think you gonna marry living. Offset was so motherfucking glad. He wasn't glad she got pregnant and moved on with a dude so fast. He's human. He's not really glad to see that because it's out in the public. It's not like some shit was just y'all business and it was on the local streets. No, this is nationwide shit. So I'm gonna say the nigga may have been hit a little bit, you know what I mean? But he still kept fucking bitches and still kept being out there, still kept going on tour. Whether it was 2 people showed up or 2,000, he still kept going. Do you know how hard it is to see your wife, right? Not only with another man, but spending all this money on him, going outside of her character. You seeing sides of her, you like, you don't even know who she is anymore. You like, who is that? You know how hard it is to do that and hold your motherfucking composure? I mean, not react. And I kind of might owe him a tiny bit of an apology because with all that surrounding it, what could you have done? Every time he made a statement to somebody, they ran back and it was all over the tablet. Oh, he said he want to break Stefan's knees and he gonna do this and that. And the nigga probably was high and drunk just on some shit. I would have probably said shit too in 18 different languages. Don't mean I was gonna do it. I said was somewhere in Acapulco naked singing I Love Lucy backwards. He still would have been the suspect and some bullshit. So he couldn't do nothing with that but leave well enough alone. And a real smart man, and maybe he got just a little bit more intelligence than we all thought. Because the way he handled it, sometimes you gotta let karma and God invest in shit like that. Sometimes you gotta let shit go and let God. And I think at some point, maybe he talked to somebody older or just the knowledge that he may have had on his own, he decided to let God handle that. And I salute you, nigga. You better than I am. You motherfucking better than I am. Had my motherfucking son's hair braided all up and shit, bitch. You at least got some words from me. You at least got some, well, I'm sure she got that. I'm sure she got that. When I see females go that far and then post it, it's different if you'd have just braided the little boy hair and then nobody really knew you. But you and Stefan that didn't care if his hair was braided or not. Stefan could give 2 rats motherfucking ass what that boy hair looked like. That was her. So when a woman goes to that extent to try to hurt a man, she broken. That means she ain't healed. That means she should be somewhere either manifesting some good energy, somewhere on a fucking vacation alone with maybe just some girls that really she can let her hair down and talk to, or speak to somebody in a professional setting that can give you the appropriate things you need so that you can be strong mentally and physically for your children and to deal with society because you're in a public eye. You are a role model, whether you want to be or not. You a role model to your kids and you a role model to other people's kids. These people that give you money, they pay you to be just that. The best fucking you can be.
Okay. So this is the first thing I want to talk about. And just real quick, real brief, right? But I wanted to use Cardi B as an example, right? Her and Stefan Diggs current situation. I don't like speaking on people, like, and what they got going on because I mind my business. Like, most of the time, I just don't be a people business. Like, I mind my own. I got so many things that I need to be worried about in life than to be sitting there worried about somebody else. But I did want to use this situation, like, to talk to other women, like, especially young women. Grown women, I feel like you should know better, but of course, you know, just with age, it doesn't always mean that people know better. They don't. Sometimes people still need to, well, we're all still learning. We're all, no matter, you never stop learning, you know, as we get old people, we all learn. We're all learning life. Nobody has never been a certain age before until they become that age, right? So it's like, I just want to use her situation, like everything that's been going on. If you've been seeing what's been going on in, on the media, with him having multiple baby mamas, coming out with a new baby mama almost every other week or something. It's just been a lot of drama while she's pregnant, just all this stuff going on. And I just feel like, look, it happened. It is what it is. She's in the situation she's in now, but she has other things to be happy about. I mean, it's maybe, you know, I mean, who knows? It's all about how she looks at it, right? But what I do want to say is, I feel like women, my brother used to always tell me this, with women, I feel like we should move a certain way, very strategic on how we move, because the situation where she, you know, was in the middle of divorcing Offset and then went and hopped in a relationship with Stefan, that was cool. But we have to realize that, hey, whenever you're sleeping with somebody, you have to be open to saying, hey, this is potentially gonna be my baby father, you know, like potentially, or a husband or whatever. But that's really an important thing. If you're gonna be sleeping with people, just know that that person could become the father of your child. So it's like, you do have to be careful about how you're moving. Like, and women, we tend to think we can move like how these men move. And it's like, no, we got to move a little bit more strategic, because we are women and men just view us a certain way. Unfortunately, society views us a certain way. So now Cardi B moving into her new situation, if she decides to leave Stefan Diggs today, she now has to worry about the next man and his intentions with her. Not saying it's not possible for her to find another good man, but it will be difficult. And just in general, it's just difficult for us women to move a certain way, like how a man could. Plenty of women, especially if the man has money, is gonna be okay. Like, and the woman can still have good intentions with him, even if he has a whole bunch of different kids. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look at NBA YoungBoy, for example, and his wife. You feel what I'm saying? She still was willing to take him, knowing that he got all these different baby mamas. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how we gotta look at it. I'm not saying that it's not possible for her, but it will be a lot harder in this society, period. So y'all just be mindful of that when y'all think that y'all about to move like a man, because sometimes it just doesn't work that way for us as women.
Cardi B is not a rapper, and I mean that in the most respectable way possible. Just follow me, because you're gonna think I'm trying to drag that girl, but I'm really not. Like, me personally, when I think of Cardi B, I just think of like influencer, social media girl. I'm never gonna discredit her coming from, you know, stripper, loving hip hop to mainstream, and how she's able to just hold down her brand when it comes to the whip shot. My mama got them whip shots. Them whip shots is good. Cardi B is good in that lane. Do I associate Cardi B as a rapper? No. I just don't see her getting in the field, freestyling, spitting bar for bar, because that's just not her, and that's okay. Cardi B music to me is just cute pre-game IG caption music. You know, if I'm getting bread, I know I'm about to go, I know how to go ahead and get a bag. No. Like, I'm not gonna discredit it. It's cute. And it's music I don't have to digest. I know if I put her songs on, if she say ABC, she just meant ABC. It's no triple entendre. And I think that's where the problem come about. Cardi B does good as she is as just Cardi B. When you try to hype her up as this queen of rap, I can't give you that. Because I heard the Imaginary Player song. Beat is cute, visuals is cute. That's all I can give you. The cadence is not there. It don't feel like you feeling it. It feel like you reading. And that's okay, because I didn't expect her to come in with some hard hitting deep stuff. Hello, it's me. That's Cardi B. Do you see what I'm saying?
Cardi B, she's done exactly what she should have done. Congratulations to her. The only thing with Cardi that really hurt my feelings was the first interview she did after Motorsport came out.
You like it?
Yeah.
I mean, are you gonna Vicky? Are you?
I spoke to her before. I saw her in person before.
What happened?
We spoke about things.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like getting into detail, because it's like, you know, like I'm
not trying to get the gossip. I'm just saying that you good, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
because you're on a track together, so I wanted to.
Well, you know, when I heard the track,
Right.
her verse was in Finnish. Well, it's not the verse that is on right now. And I remember, like, when I first came in the game, if a female of that stature had done a feature with me on it, I would only be, you know, singing their praises and saying thank you. The first interview she did after Motorsport came out, it just really hurt me because she looked so aggravated and angry, and the only thing she kept saying was, "Oh, I didn't hear that verse. She changed her verse." Like, I was like, what? You know, I remember when I first did a song with Trina for the first time. That's why to this day I love Trina, because she is the first female rapper I think that, you know, acknowledged me behind the scenes.
Alright y'all, that's it for today's video. Hopefully this gave you some perspective on why Cardi B isn't exactly the role model we want for young women. Remember, it's not about dragging her, it's about accountability and making better choices. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more tea and reviews. And of course, turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video.